Hi, my name is Liam. I am 19 years old and I am diagnosed with Autism Spectrum Disorder, also known as ASD for short. What are your hobbies and your favorite things to do? I like making videos for YouTube as well as getting ideas for these, and I also like to play video games. I like playing video games a lot. What are your top 3 video games, and describe why? Game number 1 would have to be Super Mario 3D World. I like this game because I've been a big Mario fan since I was very young, and every time I play these games I just continue to feel the joy out of playing the games, because the ideas that Nintendo gets and brings them to these games, it just makes me feel more happy, and I continue to feel happy every time. Game number 2 would have to be The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. When I was young, I was playing this game so much when it was on the Nintendo 64, one of Nintendo's greatest consoles. And I played that along with other Nintendo 64 games, but this one I played so much. Because it wasn't the gameplay that I was really enjoying on this game, it was the music. And every time, what I remember is that every time I would be outside the backyard when I was very young, and I used to play these tunes and just think them in my head and just feel like that I'm on an adventure like I did in The Legend of Zelda. And when the 3DS version came out, the remastered version was great. The music was still the same, which I was fine with, because who would want to change the original music? However, the graphics on the game was just great, and that just made me feel excited to play Legends of Zelda: Ocarina of Time again. And that would be my second favorite. My third favorite would have to be Halo Combat Evolved. The reason I like this game was because it was a way different first-person shooter than Call of Duty, than the Call of Duty franchise. I like the Call of Duty franchise, but I like Halo more than Call of Duty because the gameplay out of Halo is very different. It is more unique than to Call of Duty. It just makes it a more different game and a different first-person shooter than Call of Duty itself. So that is probably why I would have to choose Halo as my third favorite game. And of course, there's always those moments where you rethink, imagine if we had these weapons, or imagine if we actually had ships like that. But yet again, we still dream. Well, I hope everyone dreams. What makes you happy? What makes me happy? Having great support from my family and friends, making new friends and being entertained by them, and getting more support from my channel. The more subscribers, the more likes, and the more views I get for my videos, it just makes me feel with joy, and just makes me happy every time when people are watching my content, watching my Let's Plays, and watching my videos. I mean, at this point, I couldn't have done it without those people that have been watching my videos, subscribing to my channel, and just watching what I do. It just continues to make me happy every time. Where do you sit on the autism spectrum? Well, to me, I'm not exactly sure where I sit, but I'm more at the low end. I'm highly functioning. I was diagnosed with Autism Spectrum Disorder with high anxiety. What are some of the things that you find hard when you have autism? The thing I find hard to do is to try and do the big things out in the open, out in the world. For example, walking down the street in the town where I'm in, which is Wodonga. It's easy because I've been here for about maybe 16 to 17 years. I was 3 years old when we came here. So being here for that long, I sort of know this town personally. So I'm okay to go out into the streets, go to these places that are downtown. I mean, it's easy. But if we take Melbourne, for example, like the big cities, because that Melbourne is such a largely populated area and a populated city, because of the big crowds, I sometimes get uncomfortable. Because there's so many people around, like my sort of tiny personal space. There's so many people around. I can't really cope as much with that. But unless if I had my mum unless I have my mum, my dad, and my sisters, or somebody that I know personally and that are close to me, I will be fine because I feel more protected when they're near, and they are also guiding me to these places that I feel unfamiliar or sort of just feel that it's just way different to me. So having those people help me guide me to these places, that's all I can really say.
Who around you helps you with these things?
Most of this answer is I've sort of answered in the last question, but I'll say it again. My mum, my dad, my two sisters, my friends and family that are very close to me, they sort of help me go to these places or do these sort of things that I'm sort of unfamiliar with or sort of different to me. Like with their help, I get to these places and just check them out.
What do you wish you could do but can't?
What I wish I could do is to be more out in the open. I wish that I could be a lot more social than what I am. Like I sort of usually am at the very back of, like, if some people are having a conversation, I'm usually in either, like, I'm just sitting down, just minding my own business. I'm sort of like the shadow of it. But not just being more social, but I want to be more out in the streets. I want to be out a lot more than what I do now. I want to be more interactive with other people, like just talking to people, just being more interactive and just being more, be more social, be more out in the streets and just be more interactive with other people is all I can really say that I wish I could do. But with ASD, it's not that easy.
What is your best skill?
My best skill is learning new things pretty quickly, depending on what it is. But I usually learn things pretty quickly that I'm interested in. For example, new video games. When I learn how the game's gameplay system works, how the controls work, I usually learn about that mostly, possibly about an hour, maybe more, I don't know. But yeah, mostly video games.
What do you know the most about?
Video games?
If you could tell one person the most important thing about Autism Spectrum Disorder, what would it be?
If I could tell one person about Autism Spectrum Disorder, I would say when you first find out that you have ASD, it takes a long time to understand of what it means. But throughout the years, the more you learn about it, the more awareness or events you see, you'll start to realize that there are more people with the same amount or a higher level of ASD. Then you'll start to see that you're not alone. You're not the only person that has it. And you just understand that there's more people that have ASD like yourself. And I have a message for people. To those that have family members with ASD, keep supporting them and keep encouraging them to do what they think that they can't do, and just tell them to give them a try. Give them the encouragement that they can try this. They just need to have a go for themselves. So just tell them to just encourage them to give them a try just once. And if they still don't like it, then that's okay. But just try and encourage them to do something that they think they can't do, because I know they can do it. And for those people that have ASD like myself, you're not alone. Hopefully in the near future, when you learn more about ASD month or day or walk, like any of these sort of events, you will be able to help raise awareness for, like, writing down writing down something like this. This is to help me answer the questions because I have bad memory, but like, as well as making videos like this, alright? And hopefully you will be able to help spread the word out that and hopefully get ASD more focused on, because what I am seeing now is the more that we raise awareness, the more we get this message out there, more people are sort of paying attention. Like, we are starting to get people's attention to focus on this ASD, because if we don't focus on it enough, then people like me, we wouldn't get the help and support from out in the other people. I mean, we would just be hiding in the shadows, and we just wouldn't get the help that we can get. So again, if we help people, if we spread the word out, and just let people that have ASD know they are not alone. There are a lot of people else out there, and we are spreading awareness out there to try and make people help us out, be out there and be with other people to sort of like get jobs, just be more social and just do some other great things. So hopefully with that word, we'll hopefully get out there. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I certainly did. I really think that given the opportunity to sort of tell about myself, about my ASD and what I like to do, what I do from time to time, I want to say a big thank you to Murphy for letting me make this video and make this writing as well, and letting her put it on her blog, because again, we need to spread the word out there that autism needs help. Alright, and at the moment they're getting a little bit of help, but I reckon we can get more help if we continue to spread the word out there. So thank you very much for letting me tell you about myself and about what I think of ASD. So again, thank you so much. Until next time, bye!